I grew up watching a lot of Disney and like Sesame Street. Scooby-Doo was funny. The Turtles. Those are some good times.
People still refer to us as a quote-unquote boy band, which is kind of inaccurate because by definition, bands do play instruments.
You know, everybody's got their own routine before the show. Arbitrary here, I'm no different. Got my granola bar, I got my 10 white grapes, my 20 red grapes, and of course cashews no salt. Then I shave, sync up, and I'm good to go. Oh, then I got a shower too.
I don't know. I always saw myself working in real estate or landing on the Mars. If there was only a way to combine the two.
Oh yeah, and the U.S. government is like lying and take the general public for like hypnotized minions. Yeah. We formed back in like the middle 90s, sort of back when pop was at the top of its game. We were signed under like one of the top labels, Pop Vulture Records.
We were known as In Depth. I still don't know what the N stood for.
Of all the songs we put out back when we were in depth, I'd have to say that my favorite was actually our debut single. You know, we're back, we never went nowhere, but hey, we're back. It's so catchy.
We were our most popular around 97 and we'd sold like 32 million records. But then again, who hasn't?
Well, things were great until 99. Our sales had crashed, Trip hit puberty, and boy bands were just completely unpopular by that time.
That's when our manager K. Jewel gave us a 411.
It's just the pop craze thing is over. It's like disco and glam. They all had short-lived lives. You need to get with the times and reinvent yourselves. We've done market research, and what's hot right now is bands like Green Day and Dixie Chicks. And what do these bands have in common?
3 members.
No. Fellas, sit down. No, they have a political message. Ban the establishment. Fight the power. No more war. Blah, blah, blah.
So you want us to like criticize the government?
Exactly.
But won't they get mad at us?
First Amendment, baby.
Yeah, but are we allowed to say all this stuff?
That too. Come on, guys. What do you say?
I really wasn't sure if this was a good idea at first, but then I realized it honestly makes about as much sense as us singing all those, love songs. I mean, only 3 of us even like girls. All right, let's do it.
We're gonna be the best militant boy band ever.
Come on, guys. Let's get to work.
After our meeting with Cajal, we began writing our next album.
Seeing how we never really watched the news or even read, we did get a little help.
Well, the message behind my lyrics are plain and simple. Hey, think about it. Democracy, anarchy, communism, they're all wrong. But it makes a whole lot more sense if you just put them together. Because you get democracy, communism, anarchy, you get commonocracy. And that just makes a whole lot more sense.
When the members actually write the lyrics, the sales are higher. I guess it preserves the fantasy that the song is actually about the fans.
Okay, who wants I'll be there for you unlike Social Security? Okay. Unlike the man, I'll be a man. Alright, and lie. Okay.
They're kind of like Mad Libs. Instead of using nouns, verbs, or adjacents, you put in baby or girl. Or if the song really needs a pick-me-up, honey.
This is honestly my favorite part of the job because it really gives me a chance to be creative.
Either Dren or I would go first when the verses came, and Arbitrary would come in there somewhere near the end of the song and do a bridge or something.
Whenever Trip or Dren looked like they were about to break a sweat, either Wayne or I would be there with a cloth. And it really just depended on who wasn't across the street getting lattes for everybody.
It was a rough couple of days, but we had 53 songs to show for it. 12 of them were pretty good.
Our manager told us that we needed a new name. Something that says, we've grown up, we're no longer here for just aesthetic reasons, and more importantly, that the U.S. government is building super soldiers.
We asked Corey what he recommended, and he suggested infiltration of capitalists as narcissistic deviants. But that didn't fit on the cover, so we just made it an acronym.
We had a big change. We had to create a different MySpace. But we had bigger things to worry about, like our comeback performance on Teen Pop Live, or, as they put it, our debut.
We came from a band with 4 Grammys and 12 #1 singles, yet we were complete no-names. Who knew pop could be so fickle?
As promised, we've got a brand new act performing live today. They describe their sound as a lyrical manifesto of bureaucratic intolerance. Cool! Let's give it up for ICAND!
ICAND was becoming such a huge hit. Our albums were flying off the shelves, our songs were being legally pirated over the internet like 10 million times. Man, that would have been so much money.
I wasn't sure if this was like a debut or a comeback, but either way, it was great to be back.
It was crazy because angry had become pleasant and non-threatening. Pop was no longer popular because it had become antisocial, yet socially acceptable. I'm gonna take a nap.
That's when things get kind of whack, yo.
We stand for one thing. ICAND is open eyes to lies. Spread the rumor like a tumor. We've been liberated. We've been exonerated. And now cultivated and activated to deliver the ultimatum beyond what's been stated. And they are so fine. Yeah.
If I knew that a terrorist group of teenage girls were going to come out and, start rumors that Jenna Bush has an eating disorder, yeah.
Things were going pretty bad. We just renewed our contract with Pop Vulture, so we weren't going anywhere.
About that time, I was a major contender for the Republican nomination. But the biggest issue wasn't Al-Qaeda or even global warming. Even though it is a bit hot out there today. It was how to get rid of this nuisance of a boy band. But as long as that First Amendment applied, honestly, there wasn't nothing we could do. Then it hit me.
Senator Rogers had proposed an amendment to re-amend the First Amendment. You see, what it actually said is that you have the right to it as long as you know what it is.
He had us there.
Politicians a bunch of fools. I ain't letting no redcoats crash up in my crib.
And that was the end of our reign of terror.
I hate you!
Baby.
So we can't do the controversial stuff anymore, fellas. Big deal. The fad's basically over anyway. We've been doing some new market research, and do you really want to know what's hot right now, fellas?
What's that?
Swedish folk.
Swedish folk?
Swedish folk.
Oh, hell no!
Didn't we just renew your contract?
Is there any chance we'll be traveling to Sweden?